Today we will embark on an exciting adventure to uncover something truly amazing for you. Just imagine a microscopic flying object equipped with a camera capable of giving us bird's-eye views of the world. However, drones are much more than just toys. Joining you is the TopFacts Black Channel, and in today's episode, we present the most incredible things captured on drone camera. Enjoy your viewing, so let's get started. Some might call it a coincidence, but the situation resembles more of a miraculous rescue by higher powers. In September 2021, the Spanish island of La Palma experienced one of the longest and most devastating volcanic eruptions, lasting 85 days and wiping out everything in its path. However, amidst this chaos, there was one house that inexplicably survived. A drone captured footage of lava flowing around this house, sparing it from destruction. This video quickly went viral, with social media users dubbing it the Miracle House. The prolonged eruption over 3 months destroyed approximately 200 homes, dozens of schools, and led to the evacuation of over 6,000 people. It left behind a trail of chaos that now needs to be dealt with. A drone played a key role in an amazing operation to rescue stranded tourists trapped in the Boyas Canyon for 5 hours. This incident occurred when a group of young travelers ventured into the forests of Utah, but became lost in freezing thickets. Despite a ground rescue team being immediately dispatched, a drone also played a part in locating 2 women who were eventually found with its camera. They were evacuated to safety with the help of a hovercraft, which retrieved them from the cold water surrounding a deep, ice-covered cliff on the ground. An isolated tribe, sheltered deep within the Amazon rainforest, lives a life of seclusion, far from the rest of the world. These Brazilian forest aborigines prefer to remain anonymous, but drone technology hovering over this mysterious area has revealed their presence. With the help of this drone, 16 figures were spotted, some holding arrows. Subsequently, the drone was directed to a neighboring forest, where experts discovered another secretive tribe. This time, it consisted of people covered in red and yellow paint, armed with arrows and spears, with one even displaying aggression, threatening the passing helicopter. Observing the friendship between dogs and massive, powerful, and extremely aggressive polar bears leaves one quite astonished. Indeed, such behavior significantly contrasts with conventional notions of nature. An old drone footage from October 2007 in an unspecified location shows a group of huskies successfully interacting with 2 adult wild polar bears for unexplained reasons. The bears behave as if they are playing with the huskies, as if they are their own cubs, displaying remarkable relationships formed between them. One thing that can be stated with certainty: these bears clearly aren't hungry. According to drone footage, operated in the Nordic Mountain Countryside Park in the state of Wisconsin, an unusual incident occurred. This personal moment between a hawk and a deer sparked some confusion. When the deer approached the hawk, it suddenly attacked the bird, which was attempting to hunt a rabbit. It seemed to act with the sole purpose of harming this usually peaceful herbivorous animal, repeatedly lunging at the red-tailed hawk, striking it with its own chest without apparent hesitation. Specialists speculate that the hawk may have previously killed a fawn. Perhaps the desperate cries of the rabbit awakened maternal instincts in the deer, prompting it to defend and save. Even Burmese pythons can be saved from droughts thanks to drones. Recently, a drone with a thermal camera detected this master of camouflage, which has infiltrated many areas of the Florida forests. Burmese pythons have decreased the population of small wildlife, and a new strategy was devised to counter increasingly frequent attacks. For this reason, python hunters in Florida developed drones with thermal cameras to hunt down these potentially deadly snakes. However, it's worth noting how aggressively the python responded to the hunter's attempt to capture it. Despite the severity of the injury, the wounded humpback whale continued to swim. This is surprising and admirable considering the extent of its injuries. This whale, suffering from a horrific spine injury, was first discovered off the coast of British Columbia. Its condition was truly grim. Under the observation of the Hawaiian Adventures Group, conducting expeditions off the coast of Kona, the whale was forced to migrate using only its front part, as moving its tail caused it pain due to the injury. It is presumed that the cause of this injury was a collision with a ship. Another equally tragic story involving a whale, which without the assistance of a drone would likely have perished, stranded, and experiencing terrible suffering. A month ago, a beach rescuer on duty at Bridlington Beach in the United Kingdom scanned the coastline when they noticed a giant creature washed ashore. The drone operator managed to spot slight movements indicating that the whale was still alive. This prompted a call for rescue and urgent assistance for this marine giant. Information about this was immediately relayed to the relevant authorities for urgent action. However, as of today, the fate of the whale remains unknown. Meeting face to face with a shark is not an ordinary event for the average person. However, the emergence of drones allows us to get closer to these mysterious predators. After an hour of observing a great white shark hunting, the drone operator managed to capture a captivating scene. A seal, making desperate attempts to escape its pursuer, was eventually caught. The operator also captured another interesting scene. The same great white shark feeding on the carcass of a drowned dolphin. This demonstrates to us that sharks are not just bloodthirsty predators, as they may seem at first glance. They also play the role of marine cleaners, disposing of the remains of deceased marine creatures. During the testing of their new drone, a group of teenagers encountered an unusual individual with a mysterious appearance walking through wooded terrain. Approaching the strange figure, the teenagers speculated that he might have gotten lost in the forest, but were surprised to find that he was armed and even aimed his weapon at the drone, apparently considering it a threat. Some speculated that he could be a lost member of an unexplored tribe living in the forest, while others claimed that he should be left alone as he was armed, possibly evading the police. After all, there had been many recent attacks and burglaries in neighboring areas. Hidden among the salmon shoals, sharks, the top predators in this environment, are undisturbed by the presence of swimmers within their biting radius. A surprise to many was that these swimmers, like the sharks, seemed unbothered by each other. These amazing drone footage captured on Bondi Beach astonished many. However, according to biologists, such coexistence between humans and sharks is common. The reason sharks do not attack is that their stomachs are already filled with food, in this case, salmon. Therefore, they do not feel hungry and do not show aggression towards humans. Teamwork is the key to success, and it seems that deer have mastered it. They move together in an organized manner, turning as one. Every year, deer migrate in herds, but their peculiarity lies in the fact that during gathering, they run around, detecting predators, making it nearly impossible to become a target without causing panic among predators. Once the herd gathers, the northern deer begin their yearly migration from the Arctic region of Norway to the border with Finland. This annual 2-month journey spans hundreds of miles of snowy terrain, creating a stunning spectacle captured by drone. Delivering food aid to abandoned dogs became a rescue mission during the eruption on La Palma. In their haste to evacuate, some people forgot their pets. Several dogs ended up trapped in a house near the eruption site, surrounded by ash, with nowhere to run and no food. The situation changed when a drone spotted them. 2 local companies concerned about the welfare of the animals took on the commitment to deliver food and water to these hungry dogs using a drone. This continued until they were airlifted to safety, as regular flights were considered dangerous in the volcano eruption conditions. The army of ducks becomes an invaluable ally in the fight against millions of pests inhabiting rice fields in Thailand. Every year after the harvest, over 10,000 ducks are released here to clear flooded fields of parasites hiding in the rice stalks. This endeavor takes from several days to a week and provides a stunning sight. Thousands of birds crossing the fields in zigzag patterns before returning to the duck farm to lay eggs. This natural method of pest control benefits both the rice farmer and the duck owner, as it reduces the need for chemical pest control measures. With the help of these field troops, numerous rice fields are successfully cleared of pests. An unusual discovery in the shallows of Australia amazed the public. A white whale calf was spotted swimming alongside its mother. This magnificent duo of southern right whales drew attention because of their unusual inhabitant, an albino calf. This rare sight is explained by scientists as a result of a condition known as gray morphism. This biological process reduces the pigmentation of cells, resulting in the birth of white whale calves. The likelihood of such a birth is around 5%. It is important to note that despite being born white, these calves' skin color does not remain so for their entire lives. Over the first few years of their lives, they typically acquire their natural color. In November 2016, a video captured a long object covered in ice slowly sinking in the Chena River in Alaska. There are various speculations about the nature of the object, including a sturgeon shark, a river monster, or an ice ghost. However, experts believe that the most likely explanation is debris on the water's surface, covered in snow and ice, entangled with a submerged filter, creating an illusion of movement reminiscent of the Loch Ness Monster. Unusual drone footage captured a giant 3D sculpture of a sleeping baby located in the Gobi Desert, Guangzhou, China. Created by artist Dong Shubing using 3D technology, this sculpture is known as the Child of Earth, or Son of Earth, and symbolizes the protection of nature. Now, this sculpture has become a new attraction in China. Meanwhile, on the Reykjanes Peninsula in Iceland, incredible aerial footage was taken, showcasing a fantastic volcanic eruption. It shows glowing lava flowing and bubbling, resembling the eruptions of Hawaiian volcanoes. Despite the danger and threat to life, people are drawn to the spectacle of hot, molten lava lakes. Interestingly, the previous eruption in this region occurred about 800 years ago. In September 2021, an astonishing discovery was made on a beach in Iceland. A photography enthusiast, enjoying the view of the serene blue sea, stumbled upon the massive carcass of a marine mammal washed ashore. It turned out that the length of this giant creature reached 18 meters, and its colossal weight was about 20 tons. Researchers determined that the find was a blue whale. These are the largest creatures on Earth. Seeing them on the shore is a rare occurrence. However, according to research, sometimes such animals wash ashore due to illness, adverse weather conditions, or old age. In this case, marine biologists took DNA samples from the animal for further study, but the cause of its death remains unknown. In 2018, an astonishing sight was recorded, land covered with thousands of decapitated trees. It turned out that the video was taken at a mysterious lake in Washington. In 2014, this place experienced a severe drought, causing the tree trunks to dry up. But what was the reason for such devastation? Interestingly, the trees were actually cut down about 100 years ago for unknown reasons. Their stumps remained submerged underwater most of the time, which contributed to their preservation. However, in that summer season, the water level dropped significantly, allowing us to witness this amazing landscape. The next footage, taken from a drone, reveals a mysterious crop circle in the middle of a field in northern France. This phenomenon evokes fear and curiosity among people. A farmer discovered it in July 2020 while driving his tractor and suspected that someone was damaging his crops. Some observers believe that aliens mark their territories at night in this way. However, in reality, these rare patterns are created by flattening a large area of the crop, known as a crop circle, to add a touch of beauty along the fields. Moose are known for their swimming abilities, their tall stature, and their strength, which allows them to confidently move in the water. This skill is particularly handy when they encounter predators that cannot swim. In the drone footage, you can see a moose standing in the water near a lake in Ontario, Canada. Suddenly, a wolf emerges from the bushes on the shore and pounces on the moose. Although the moose initially tries to defend itself by kicking its legs, the wolf manages to bite its leg with its powerful jaws. However, after a minute, the wolf realizes its defeat and decides to retreat. In 2019, a devastating fire swept through the tropical forests of the Amazon. To search for and rescue injured animals, rescuers used special drones. The video shows the fire turning trees and bushes into ashes and people trying to save animals. The cause of the fire remains unknown to this day. Glory Hole, located on Lake Berryessa in California, is a unique hydraulic engineering structure that continues to amaze and astonish visitors. Some believe it resembles a portal to another world. In one instance, a drone captured the moment when a duck got into the hole, seemingly not particularly concerned about what was happening, and floated downstream. Officially known as the Monticello Dam Spillway, the Glory Hole is a part of the dam designed to lower the water level when it overflows. As for the duck that entered the Glory Hole, it is unknown whether it survived. The observer of the incident could not answer this question. The enormous pool of reddish water discovered by director Mark Devery in North Carolina is actually a collection of pig waste. This wastewater lagoon disappoints local residents, although they are not surprised by its existence, as the smell of pig waste permeates the surrounding homes. The water in the pool is extremely toxic due to the large amount of pig waste. During disposal, the waste from the pool is sprayed into giant garden sprayers located throughout the farm. The waste is then dispersed into the air, leading to its spread by the wind. Local residents note that the odor of the waste is so strong that sometimes they have to close their doors and windows. Murmuration is a remarkable phenomenon in which starlings gather in massive flocks and create stunning patterns in the sky. The name comes from the sound made by their wings during flight. During murmuration, there can be up to 50,000 birds forming cloud-like formations in the sky. The reason for this phenomenon remains a mystery, but there are several theories. Firstly, starlings may gather in flocks for protection from predators, similar to schools of fish like sardines in the ocean. Secondly, they may fly together to conserve warmth at night. Despite these hypotheses, scientists are still studying the reasons behind these peculiar formations in the sky. Take a look at this splendid example of escapist art captured by a drone camera. For a moment, it appears like a giant fingerprint, and in the next second, you'll see the peacock's head rapidly transforming into the tail of a dragon. Let me tell you a bit about this phenomenon. Sheep exhibit a behavior known as collective behavior, which serves for self-protection and involves them seeking shelter and grouping tightly together when in danger. Shepherds employ various methods to manage their flocks, but sometimes dogs also learn this art. When observed from a bird's eye view, the movement of these animals creates a breathtaking visual spectacle. They converge in the frame, resembling a liquid substance, which is a wonderful example of natural collective behavior and the coordinated efforts of shepherds and their canine helpers. In the Shiite holy city of Iraq lies the world's largest cemetery, Najaf. This place, known as the Valley of Peace, has a rich history, but has become less peaceful in recent times. The cemetery consists of tens of thousands of tombs, mausoleums, and catacombs, and it is expanding due to a lack of space. During the Iraq War, up to 250 bodies were delivered here daily. The cost of a standard burial has risen to 5 million Iraqi dinars, about $5,000 US. The total area of the cemetery covers hundreds of kilometers and contains millions of human remains. In 2018, a drone captured footage of a circular ice disk with a diameter of 12 meters rotating clockwise in Shenyang, China. It is believed that the formation of this ice circle could be a natural phenomenon caused by a vortex or natural gas emissions. However, additional research is being conducted to determine the exact mechanism of its formation. Local authorities warned citizens about the danger of stepping on the thin ice, but people continue to take photographs and walk on this remarkable ice platform. In 2017, a man operating a drone in a Midwest park in the USA discovered a strange, large creature with black hair moving among the trees. The figure seemed to be trying to hide, as if aware of being filmed. After wandering around the park, the creature disappeared into the forest. The video was published online, and many claimed it could be a Bigfoot captured on camera, though its true nature remains unknown. A drone captured stunning footage of the door to hell in Turkmenistan, located in the Karakum Desert. This burning gas crater, 60 meters wide and 20 meters deep, has been continuously burning. Despite its negative environmental and health consequences for local residents, the site has become a popular tourist attraction. Breathtaking footage shot by a drone in Thailand showcases a remarkable natural phenomenon. Initially, only tiny black dots are visible, flickering in the dim light, but soon a pulsating river of bats emerges from a cave. They move together as one, rising and falling in unison, resembling a tidal wave. In search of food, the bats create a dark, meandering ribbon in the sky, accompanied by hissing and chirping sounds that can be heard after sunset. The Florida Cup, an amazing and unusual plantation in Uruguay, gained fame thanks to Google Earth. This plantation, measuring about 5 kilometers in length and 2 kilometers in width, consists of nearly 24,000 eucalyptus trees. Its shape cannot be discerned from the ground, but from above, it resembles a cup with a crown on top. Located in the countryside 7 miles from the town of Florida, the Florida Cup was discovered in the 2000s. The plantation was created over 50 years ago, and its shape serves as the brand of a local ranch's large horned cattle. The best way to see this unique attraction is through Google Earth, an airplane, or a drone, flying at a sufficient height to view the entire plantation. In California, special air-filled spheres are used to slow down water evaporation and prevent the interaction of sunlight with chemicals and treated water. A total of 96 million such spheres were released into reservoirs, positively impacting water quality and water supply savings. Due to reduced evaporation, Los Angeles saves around 290 million gallons of water per year, providing drinking water for 8,100 people. The use of such spheres is an effective way to combat drought and significantly affects the environment. And honestly, I'm getting scared to live in the modern world, realizing that at any moment, a drone can capture you and you won't even know about it. Someone using this flying device could gather serious compromising material on you. Do you think there should be a law prohibiting drones from filming unfamiliar people? Write in the comments. And now, let's move on. Amateur astronomer David Windestall managed to launch a remotely controlled glider to an altitude of 38 kilometers using a hydrogen weather balloon and capture stunning HD footage of Earth. This project cost 1,000 times less than photos taken by NASA. Creating the space glider required taking into account numerous factors, including low temperatures that could occur during ascent. It was necessary to ensure the functionality of electronic batteries and servers in harsh conditions. Despite the mission being considered a failure due to landing issues, the footage became popular on the internet and showcased the possibilities of cost-effective alternatives to space photography. Japanese baseball manager, known for his antics on and off the field, amazed the crowd at Sapporo Dome by making a grand entrance on a hoverbike. Despite having no prior coaching experience, he was appointed as the head coach of the Ham Fighters team in the Professional Baseball League of Japan. His theatrical style caught the attention of fans, making him a sensation among them. Guillaume Néry, known by the pseudonym Sap, is a French artist specializing in street art and land art. He creates unique works using biodegradable paint and traditional land art methods instead of aerosol paints. Starting to graffiti on the streets at the age of 14, Sap now creates giant, ultra-realistic images of local residents on grass. His ephemeral art disappears within a few months due to grass growth and weather effects. As part of a new project, Sap plans to create a series of interconnected hand images spanning hundreds of kilometers in cities around the world over the next 3 years. The Turkish sinkhole is a global geological phenomenon associated with multiple factors. However, in the central district of Konya, Turkey, The surge in the number of sinkholes is primarily linked to the rapid depletion of groundwater. Farmers are forced to use deep wells for irrigation due to a nearly 3-year-long drought. Researchers have discovered over 2,200 sinkholes in this area. The deepest sinkholes reach hundreds of meters. Traditionally, the region grows wheat, but farmers are forced to switch to more water-intensive crops such as sugar beets and corn, requiring them to drill deeper for water. The Dead Sea, the saltiest body of water in the world, cannot support the life of animals and plants. However, on one of its salt islands, a tree has been found. This surreal sight attracts the attention of travelers and amazes with its presence in conditions unsuitable for life. Upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that the tree was planted by a local artist as an art installation, making it even more unique and interesting for photography and social media posts.